That was just a great all WNBA second team performance. That's it.
Next question, front row to the right.
Sab, I got one for you, and Stewie, one for you. Just, Sab, walk us through that last play of the shot you hit with a second left, what you were thinking. And Stewie, just, you guys were down 10. I think you scored 13 straight or some crazy number to get you guys back in it. So just what it means to have been sort of the script flipped with you guys being down and then rallying for the win.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even really remember it. I had to go look at the video really quickly to see like how far I was. But I mean, you know, in the timeout, Sandy kind of was just like, you're going to shoot this shot. And, you know, I feel like I was able to get a little separation in range and get a really good shot to go, obviously wanting to let the shot clock wind down, and kind of got the space that I needed to be able to get my feet under me and feel comfortable taking that shot. And sometimes it goes in, sometimes it doesn't, but I've practiced that shot 1,000 times in my head, on the court. And, you know, I feel like that's just something that as athletes, you put yourself in that position to want to be able to make a shot. And obviously, like, we don't win this game without Stewie. I mean, what she was able to do, just continuing to chip away, obviously she'll speak, but I mean, yeah, there's nothing I could say. Like, that shot's nice, but that doesn't go against what she's been able to do for us tonight and how she was able to just will us back into that game.
Next question, front row to your left.
No, Stewie's
I'm sorry.
question.
Well, like, what was the question?
Just how you got down to 10.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think that we were all kind of just waiting for our moment, you know, waiting for the script to flip a little bit. Know that they, you know, they talked about it. They talked about first 5 minutes, going to come out punching. They punched us in the face in the first quarter, and we continued to wear them down. We knew that our pace was something that made them tired. And for me, it was just kind of like, I was motivated, I was mad, and I liked my matchups that I had, and really kind of attacking them to make sure that we could get this back into where we needed to be for it to be a ball game.
Next question, front row to your left.
For Stewie, last game it was all the steals. This time it was a lot of rim protection, you know, just defending the Lynx at the rim. What were you seeing defensively, and just how were you able to make that impact?
Yeah, just continuing to kind of be in help side. Know that, you know, we did some different schemes. We sometimes were sending two to the ball and then leaving somebody open, and making sure that, you know, between JJ and I, like, we're going to protect the rim at all costs and make sure that nothing is easy, because this is the finals and everything is going to be tough, and we're going to make everybody work for it.
Next question, third row center.
Stewie, it looked like the broadcast might have caught you saying to the bench, "We're not going to lose this expletive game."
That's why I can't be mic'd up, probably.
But can you walk us through either that moment and the timeout and just how you embodied that?
I'm not sure exactly what the situation was. It might have been when it was 71-69, because I feel like we were at that score for a long time. But just, I could feel it, you know, you could feel the momentum was shifting to our side. They were up, and, you know, their shots weren't falling. We were getting good looks. And it's like, if we're going to be this close, we're not leaving here without this win. It's really tough to play in this arena, but the way that we continue to stay together is something that I'm not shocked at, but I am really proud of.
Can I just follow up real quick?
Go ahead.
You said you were mad earlier in one of your answers. What were you mad about?
I was mad we were losing.
Just wanted to clarify.
Next question, standing all the way in the back to the left.
Hey, she kind of answered the question a little bit with Alexa here, but quite naturally, you know, coming into this building was going to be important, and it kind of had a similar feel to game one. Now that the shoe is sort of on the other foot, how do you kind of take this momentum into game four, knowing that clinching is what lies ahead?
We know we're one game away from winning the championship, and I think that they're going to give us their best shot. They're going to give everything they've got, and you know what? So are we. The turnaround is quick, but we're going to continue to be ready. There's a lot of things that we didn't do right tonight, and have a kind of quick memory. I think that we're happy we got this win, but the job's not done.
Next question, second row, all the way to the left.
Sabrina, you had talked last game about Kelly Graves being here tonight. It looked like you came in with your phone. He had tweeted from his seat, was there ever a doubt with video of your shot? Have you talked to him after the game, or have you talked to anyone about the big shot?
Yeah, I mean, I just went up and gave him a big hug. Him and Jody, our assistant coach, came down, and he kind of told me the same thing. Like there was never a doubt, and obviously, like him, Sandy, all the coaches that I've had, just their continued belief and pouring into me means the world to me, whether I make or miss that shot. Like the fact that they kind of trusted me to go out there and make big shots. You know, it's why I love playing for this team and continue to pour my all.
Next questions, first row, all the way to the left.
Over here. Over here, Sandy. Other left.
Oh, that left.
Other left.
Tired.
Yeah, that's okay. Just what is it like for you, Sandy, as a coach, when you see a player like Sabrina have that moment, knowing all that she's been throughout both this season, but also her career since she put on a Liberty uniform?
Yeah, it's pretty special. You know, it's never in doubt. Obviously, Stewie got us back in there, Will just in there, but I just thought at the right time, this is Sabrina. She just made a big shot. She's a great shooter, and she just needed a little bit of separation. And what I love about her is that she backs herself. You know, I mean, not everyone can take those big shots and make them. She can. So I trust her, and she did. She came true, and we wanted to take the last shot, and happy that we didn't have to go to overtime. But really, really proud, you know, of Sabrina and Stewie, but just how we stayed resilient. You know, we stayed the course. That shows a lot of growth with this team and the chemistry that we've built over these last 2 years.
Next two questions will come from the center of the room. First one, the last row, center. Mike, go ahead.
Me?
Yep, yes.
I am the last row.
Yeah.
Sabrina, does this feel like the biggest shot you have made yet in your career? And you said you've practiced this so many times. When you practice, do you ever think this is for the game?
Definitely the biggest shot of my career. And yeah, I mean, I would say like I visualize a lot when I'm practicing in the off season, the night before a game, the day of a game. Like I'm always visualizing different scenarios and putting myself in tough situations. Like obviously I didn't play my best tonight, but finding a way to continue to stick with it. And I feel like that's been a big growth for me, whether the ball's going in or not. But yeah, definitely the biggest shot of my career, and hopefully not the last.
Next question, second row, right in the center.
First, I want to say congrats on your win. Stewie, I know you said earlier that you played better in front of a crowd that wasn't cheering for you, so that worked out, huh?
Yeah, it did. It's pretty nice.
My question is, this feels a little bit like game one, just the opposite, right? They dominated most of the first half. Does that feel that way for you? Like this was your redemption, this was your one? This question is for any of you, or is this a totally different situation?
Not for us. I think that, you know, this feels like we're playing on their home court. And I feel like each game is so different. You know, you go from 1 to 2 to 3. But I think just the way that we continue to fight and be resilient. I don't know. I don't want to speak for you guys, but it doesn't feel like game 1 to me. It feels like game 3.
Yeah, it is game 3, isn't it?
Yeah. Who knows? At this point, I don't know.
Yeah.
Next question, the front row to your right.
Hey, Stewie, I'm just curious when the confidence sunk in for you that you and your team were going to win this.
I think the way that we fought back in the second, you know, knowing that our offense didn't really click yet, but we were able to limit them defensively. But then in the third, when we, you know, had a strong push, a strong punch, you guys know, like the first 2 games, our third quarters have been a struggle to score offensively. And we were getting downhill. We were attacking and we were being confident. And like if a mistake happened, like a turnover, a missed shot, or like something just didn't go our way, we didn't panic. We continued to play, continued to fight through it because we know how big this moment is. And we have the experience of the good, bad, ugly, indifferent.